Hi everyone, I'm Agnes. This whole year, up until this point, worst reading slump of my life. And it's been the worst reading slump of my life because unlike other times where I just don't touch books or I can't pick up a book, this time I could pick up a book, read like 3 or 4 pages, and then my brain like literally shuts off or like says that I've read for the day, and so I'm good. I can't read another word. Half the time I can't even see the words. It's really weird. And because of this, I get distracted easily, as you can tell. Because of this, I've been watching other people's content about like how to get out of a reading slump. And I tried some of those things, and they're wrong. They don't mean to be, I don't think, but they're wrong. So I'm going to tell you what I should have told myself right away, which is what I knew deep inside that works for me, and I've seen it work for other people in my life, because I think, well, it might not work for literally everyone. It will work for more people than not, because it's a more long-term solution than a short-term one. And I feel like that's where other people's content fell flat, is the things they were suggesting were like more short-term solutions and like finding the magic book. And well, yeah, I'd love to pick up a book and think it's magical and like get through it quickly and be like, this saved my life. I tried that and it didn't work. So I'm going to tell you what I've done in the past and what I'm going to do after this video to get out of this reading slump. So number one, what a lot of people don't realize or don't take the time to think about is that a reading slump, just like a writer's block or a creative block or an art block, has some emotional weight attached to it. And what do you have to do with emotions? Unfortunately, you kind of have to like move through them. You can't just go over them or under them as much as you want to. Or you can take the shortcut and go over them or under them, but then they will come out in a nasty way because they weren't actually dealt with. Yeah, that's the problem with emotions. You have to go through them. No matter what, and it's hard. The reading slump, you have to realize that there is this weird emotion attached to it, because reading slumps only happen when you're not paying attention to what's going on in your own life. So it's your body's way of telling you to like stop and pay attention to me, or pay attention to your environment, or pay attention to like what's going on. For the first thing you need to do is admit you're in a reading slump, and then kind of spend at least a day, preferably a little bit longer, and actually kind of pause and maybe think about why this is happening. Because if you can find the why, a lot of the times you get through it sooner. That's one, which no one talked about. The second thing is, and the most important thing and the main part of my advice, is when, let's say you are sick or you are anxious and you decide to come home and you've had a long day, what you want to do? You want to watch a movie or a TV show most of the time. If you're like tired or sick or anxious or just like out of it. What would be the worst thing you can do if you're coming home and you're tired and you want to watch TV? The worst thing you could do is pick something new. And all these people, bless their hearts, were like, find a new book, pick a new book. No, that's where you fall flat. That's where you mess up, because when you aren't feeling good, when you're feeling sick, when you're feeling anxious, you're gonna watch the movie or TV show that you've seen 70 times, 100 times, 3 times a time, because you know what's gonna happen, you know how it's going to make you feel, and that's important, because unfortunately this does have this emotional baggage attached to it. And so how you feel matters. And so the worst thing you can do is go find something new, because it's like putting someone in a new environment and then expecting them to function and like find things and do things like normally at a normal and natural speed, right? No. You need to pick something you know. And my suggestion is to pick something you read that you remember that you liked when you're first learning how to read. And that alone will literally solve it, because you know what's going to happen. You have an idea of what the end is going to be, even if you've forgotten. As soon as you pick it up, you'll start reading it, and the things that made you enjoy it originally, like that made you happy, that made you feel safe, that made you feel comforted, are gonna still be there. Now, the writing might not have held up, which kind of does show show something about your taste. But if like the writing is so bad you can't get through it, pick something else. But yeah, early learning chapter books that like have like illustrations in them, middle grade books, easier chapter books. Seriously, as soon as you read something that made you happy, made you feel safe, and you really enjoyed, or like it really changed your life in some way, Slump will be gone. Like, the amount of times that someone's content said, find something new, it was too much. It was too much. And so at that point, after hearing so many people say, oh, just find something new, I did that, and it made the situation worse. Because it's like, well, yeah, I might like, a certain aspect, but I don't know how this book ends. I don't know if I like these characters. I don't know if, so it just, read something that made you happy when you were first learning how to read. And if it is like picture books or early reading books, definitely do more than one. But like, literally, it will save you so much time and so much heartbreak. And I mean, don't just take my word for it. And after I finish this video, my next video is going to be me doing this, because I think it's very important that I don't just say this is the best thing. It is, but I need to prove it. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope that if you're in a reading slump, you at least give it a try, because it is one of the fastest, bestiest. You know what I'm trying to say. It's one of the best ways to get out of a reading slump, and it will do it in a way that will bring you like happiness and joy and more life. Bye for now.